What's up, guys? Mike Thomas, aka the Young Trishul here. Today, we need to talk about this format because this format's weird. If you've been paying attention to the recent Yu-Gi-Oh! Metagame, you'll have noticed a trend in a lot of topping decks. And that is that a lot of these decks, doesn't matter what they are, if they're playing Brave cards, they're also playing Magician Souls and Illusion of Chaos. Now, we've seen these cards a lot in the format so far, but they are really starting to take off now to where everything is playing it. Before, it was just like, you would see it in Based, and that was about it. But now, every deck is playing it. I've seen Dragon Link playing Magician Souls. I have seen Prank Kids playing Magician Souls. I have seen the Cyberse Eldritch deck playing Magician Souls. Everything plays Magician Souls right now. And I think the reason for that is that the draw 2 that Magician Souls gives you is really big, first of all. But second of all, I think this format is really coming down to a trade of hand traps between the two players and just exchanging hand traps and then basically controlling the game with DPE. So your game plan is just to get the DPE. Well, Magician Souls does all that for you. Having the Magician Souls in your hand will basically let you eat a Nibiru and then still make your DPE. So Magician Souls is really nice for that. Not only that, but it also lets you go into Dark the Dark Charmer Moody to get back an opponent's DP from the graveyard in a grind game, which is really, really powerful. That comes up quite a lot in this format. Not only that too, but the fact that it's an extender that lets you draw cards before you link it off is really strong. Just getting rid of some of your bad cards is really nice. It is just really nice. So I think I just want to put out this video to just let you guys know that I think Magician Souls is the way, guys. We have the YCS coming up, and I think if you are not putting Magician Souls in your deck, you're probably doing something wrong, because this card just seems so crazy to me. Like, I feel like this card needs to be played. And just to show that off, I'm gonna go on Dueling Book, show you a replay of just what Magician Souls plus Rite of Aramesir does for you alone. So if you're unfamiliar, I'm just gonna show you what these two cards do when you open them together, and you can just kind of put the pieces together yourself, I think, from there. Okay, so here we are with the Magician Souls and our Water Enchantress or Rite of Aramesir, and I'm just going to show you guys what these two cards alone will do, because it's absolutely ridiculous. It's just so good. So you're going to start with your Water Enchantress effect, and Water Enchantress is going to get you your Rite of Aramesir. Rite of Aramesir, of course, this is all very standard. If you've seen the Brave cards, you know what all this is. You're going to get your Fateful Adventure and your token, and then you're going to use your Magician Souls, and you are going to send your Illusion of Chaos to the graveyard. If you don't know what Illusion of Chaos does, Illusion of Chaos to reveal itself to either add the Dark Magician or a non-ritual monster that mentions the Dark Magician, which Magician Souls is. So you can add Magician Souls, then you can put one card from your hand back to the top of your deck. So usually you're putting back the Illusion of Chaos, but it's nice because a lot of decks in this format play a lot of bricks, so you can put back stuff like a Celestial, a Dasher, or, you know, a Draco back, whatever, you know. You can put those back into your deck if you draw them. So kind of nice when you do draw the Illusion of Chaos and a dead card. But you're going to get your Magician Souls, and then you're going to trigger the Fateful Adventure. Fateful Adventure is going to get Dracoback, the Rideable Dragon, to your hand. You'll use the Fateful Adventure, get your Griffin Rider to your hand, pitch your Dracoback, equip it from the graveyard, and summon your Griffin Rider. So far, off of these two cards, we now have 3 bodies on the field. 3 bodies for free, an Omni Negate, and then our 2 spell cards. We have the Equip spell and the Continue spell. But, you know, you're sitting there, you're thinking, well, these cards aren't very useful to me, right? These cards don't really do anything on the field. It would be so nice if these cards would just do something. If they were just hand traps or, you know, whatever. They were something in my hand and they were useful to me. Well, bada bing, bada boom. You activate your Magician Souls. You send both of those cards to the graveyard. You draw 2 cards. Look at that. Now you have the exact same board state, but now you've drawn 2 cards. And you're going crazy. So at this point, you're able to do whatever. You know, if you've seen this at all, you know what's going on here. Like, you'd be able to summon your Red Rose or whatever if you're playing like Based, and then you can go into your combos. But I think something that's more important in this format is just being able to go for Verte DPE, because this format is a lot more mid-rangey than I initially thought it would be. I thought it was going to be very combo heavy with like Based and everything running around, but this format's really mid-rangey to where sitting on DPE plus Griffin and a hand trap is probably a good enough board against most decks. This is just assuming that you're not able to do anything, right? Like, if you draw something like that Red Rose, you're full comboing, right? If you draw something like a Cyber Skagit, you're super full comboing your opponent. But I think it's just so powerful that you get this far with just the Magician Souls and the Rite of Aramesir, and then even normal summoning a hand trap, if you have to, gets you to this strong of a board. So now, this is nothing new, but I did just want to show this off because the YCS is coming up, and if this is not convincing you to put Magician Souls in your deck, I don't know what will, because Magician Souls is so strong. I think it just needs to be shown, because I think a lot of people just look at Magician Souls and they're like, oh, Magician Souls, okay. And they don't really realize just how strong it is when you open up just the Magician Souls and something else. And, you know, another thing too to keep in mind, now I don't have the replay set up for this, so you just got to use your imagination. Are you with me, YouTube? You got to use your imagination. So say for example, you start with the Rite of Aramesir, you special your token, you get your Griffin, etc. Say you're playing the Cyber Skagit deck, you normal summon Cyber Skagit, you do your things, you get Nibiru'd, and then they have Valor for you. They have Valor for your Griffin. And you're like, I am upset. I am seething. I am raging. I am malding. Whatever. You're mad, right? You're upset. But you have that Magician Souls in your hand. You still have you're going to lose your equip spell, but you still have that Fateful Adventure up. And you might have another spell or trap in your hand. Maybe you have Eldritch cards in your hand, whatever. When you special Magician Soul, you can then special Magician Souls after that Nibiru Valor. Send cards, draw 2. So you send that Faithful, so that's just a free draw there. And then you can send anything else for another free draw. Try and find hand traps, anything to help you back up that board state. And you still make a DP, and then the DP pops the Nibiru. So you've cleared 2 cards of theirs. And you've gained like 3. So you're still in like this position. You're in like this position against their empty board. They have 3 cards in their hand. They're drawing to 4. But you draw a free card. So, I don't know. I think it's really strong. I really just wanted to get this video out there to just push my point across, which I think if you haven't already clicked off the video now, I think you understand. Play Magician Souls.